he'd miss a shot, he would hang his head, and it was very obvious.
This is something I hear from parents a lot. One of the biggest mistakes I see in youth sports is when training becomes all about skill work. Skills matter, but often for talented players, learning new skills isn't what's holding them back. Instead, it's everything around their skills, how they develop physically, mentally, and emotionally. In this video, Riley's mum, Caitlin, will share with you what she noticed during the year that I got to work with Riley and how the biggest improvements weren't actually on the basketball skills themselves.
We decided one day to try him out for district and was surprised to see he got into Div 1 straight away, and then he's just progressed from there. He is incredibly gifted at what he does, but he also gets very, very down on himself at times. So trying to find that balance of him being able to sort of execute his skills as well as having that belief in himself as well. They hired Branson one time to do like a little strength and conditioning camp with the kids. And I watched the first day of it and was really quite surprised to see that not only was it skill work that Branson was doing, but that more sort of holistic approach as well. Within the first month, I could not get over the percentage difference of how much he'd improved with his shots. We have already noticed that shift sort of in his resilience as well. When Riley did first start with Branson, and even before that as well, if he'd miss a shot, he would hang his head, and it was very obvious in his body language and everything. So that has probably been one of the biggest things that he has overcome to a certain level. And it's definitely benefited him and the team as well. It's not just about basketball, it's about the level of care as well with Riley. For example, Riley had an injury not long ago, and Branson was the one to be like, no, I'll organise a physio for him. So it's not just about the skill work, it's also about overall health and well-being as well. Even down to nutrition, sort of encouraging Riley that he needs to get sleep, do all the things that teenage boys don't necessarily think of first. When I did reach out to him, what I was most surprised at was how quickly he got back to me in terms of communication. We ended up having an excellent chat on the phone for about half an hour in which he wanted to know more about Riley, not just his basketball, but who he is as a person and how he can sort of fit in to Riley's world and get the best out of him. Riley absolutely has formed such an incredible bond with Branson, and also just the fact that every week it is something different. So it ties in so beautifully with the district games. So for example, if he plays a game and there was something that didn't necessarily go his way on that night, Branson and Riley then recap on that the following week in the session, and then sort of work on that area. It's not just about winning, for your child, or it's not about them making Div 1 or anything like that. It's about helping them evolve and grow as an athlete and also play to their skills as well. I personally think it wouldn't matter what level of basketball or sport that you play. The absolute core skill work, the overall mental side of things too. I think anybody who has got a passion or a love for sport would benefit.